Nikititizaenda for 2 hours na sijakula.
You need to eat.
Ai, umesikia? So I'll have to delete these pages. Is it so?
Don't delete first. Let's start reading.
Oh, okay. Oh, sure. So
Yeah.
we'll be reading for us today. Any good Samaritan?
Nganga is very accurate. I think she can go ahead and read for us.
Okay, let me read then.
Yeah.
Dear Dalila and team, firstly, thank you for the detailed report the team sent me. We could use it to plan out some budgets and even show it to an international funder who is helping us fund the solution to this crisis. I want to update you on the Majindogo Water Source Improvement Project. We've decided to engage local vendors for this initiative, following through vetting process. Each team has been operational for over 5 years, has clean and updated financial records, and has undergone extensive training. This is to ensure they fully understand the responsibility of the role and the consequences of any dishonesty. To streamline our monitoring and decision-making process, I'm requesting a dashboard to be created. The dashboard should provide clear insights into several key aspects of the project. 1. Current progress status of the project, total expenditure to date, breakdown of the spending by location, specifics on what funds have been used for, forecasting whether the allocated budget will suffice for the project completion, potential areas for cost reduction, comprehensive data representation at national, provincial, and town levels. Provide some insight into what the teams are doing on the ground as well. The dashboard will be instrumental in guiding our next steps, ensuring efficient use of resources. All the best, Aziza. Hello. Well, here we are. The project just kicked off and we have our first few water sources completed. Can you believe it's finally happening? We have one more thing to help out with. We need to build a dashboard for the public so that they can see where the money went. We want to show them where the money is being spent and what the effect is. The dashboard will also be useful for the project decision makers to make sure our project is on track and our resources are put to good use. I noticed my Power BI is getting a bit slow, so if yours is too, these steps will help optimize our PBIX file a bit. Make a copy of the PBIX file from the last time and put it into a new folder and save this one as public dashboard using Save As. Then delete all of the visual pages. This will slow down Power BI quite a bit. So let's start fresh. Do we need to do that?
Pardon? I wasn't here. Maybe if you can try to summarize what you've read kindly.
Oh, okay. They're saying that now we make a copy of the last file,
Yes.
and then we put it in another folder and save it as a public dashboard using the Save As command. Then you can delete all the visual pages. This will slow down Power BI quite a bit. So let's start afresh.
Okay.
Okay, let me continue then. I removed some of the data we don't need anymore. So if you are seeing empty columns, it's okay. You are welcome to remove the following columns. We remove the column for the address, province, address, province, and comments column from the project progress table. And then remove date, biological description, pollutant, ppm columns from oil pollution, and also remove address column from location table. Remove the Q composition table, water source related crimes table. Maybe now we can go to the report and reread that part again.
To the report or to this report. I'm not sure what.
To the Power BI,
Power
sorry.
BI. So,
Yeah.
okay. So first of all, do we need these visuals? Will it complicate things, or I should? Lauren, should I delete?
Have you saved? You have a copy of this work?
I can download it on WhatsApp, maybe.
Okay,
Yeah, I
then
have a copy. I think I have a copy. Sure, I have.
you can delete the pages, and then now we are left with a blank visual.
Is there a way
Then
to
you
delete
remain.
these things at once? Is there? Or I have to go step by step? Let's make it simple. Well, there are many. There are many.
Emmanuel, we can easily delete it by deleting the page entirely. Just right click on the page and delete the page. Right click on the page and delete the page rather than delete it one by one.
Where? Which page?
Those pages at the bottom.
So I right click where?
Okay, for instance, go to pollution data.
Position or pollution data.
Right click. No, where you click pollution, click that pollution data button. Right click.
Okay.
Delete.
So I think it's the same steps. The same as closing this way. I thought you could delete everything at a go. But fortunately it is near finish. Let's at least leave one there. And then so when we go to where was it? I've forgotten things. Where were here? The tables. So they say that we have to delete some tables, some columns in particular tables. Right? Let's go to the slide. So you can, someone who has access who can see the slides maybe in the screen can read for us so that I don't have to go the other side, maybe.
You're supposed to delete, let me just get there. The address, province, go to the project progress table.
Project progress. Oh, here it is.
Then you delete address.
Address, where is is there to do multiple selection? Then is it address alone?
No.
And what else?
Address, province, and comments.
It seems you can't. Let me delete one.
On the same table.
Address and okay. And province.
Yes.
Okay.
Then comments.
It hasn't even finished one. Let me province. And then comments.
Yes.
Student, okay. What else?
You go to the well pollution.
Well pollution table. Where is that thing? Well pollution. It is.
Then you delete dates.
Dates. Let me delete it.
Then biological
Is it a
description.
table? Another table?
No, another column on
Here.
well
Okay.
pollution.
Okay. I didn't even understood the description or those are passages, paragraph there. At least someone
Biological description
description as well. Okay.
and pollutant ppm.
Okay.
Then you go to location.
I think my computer is slow. Let me give it some second perhaps, and then you said locate. You said what?
You go to location table.
Yes.
Delete the address column. Then you delete the Q composition table, the entire table.
I delete the entire
Q composition.
Q or Q
Q,
composition.
yeah.
Delete from model.
Yeah.
Okay. Did I select location? Okay. Is it? Oh yeah, sure. I thought I had deleted the Q location. And then what else?
Then water source related crime.
I delete it as well.
Yeah.
I think it's done.
Yes. Now rename the whole report.
The whole report. This whole report.
Yes. There's a name, the public dashboard.
In the save as, or how do you rename it?
Yeah, save us. Then now that's what we're going to use.
And then is it for save as?
Yes.
Then I'll select the folder paths. Then I say public
Dashboard.
Okay, public underscore dashboard. I might just
Yes.
a dashboard.
Understood.
There's an underscore.
Yeah.
Okay. Is a power nini BI file.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's done.
Nehemiah, why is your budget table having an issue? Can you check?
I think it was a vision. It was a, what do you call it? It depended on another things, on another maybe another stuff.
Yeah, I don't think we're using that well. Not sure.
So how do we solve this one? Or do we need to delete it as well? Because a column, it says column province in the table of project progress. Oh, by the way, we deleted the project progress. It's here. We deleted now the province and cannot found or may not be used in this expression. So it was a measure. It was a measure.
As we go ahead, as we go forward, there's an instruction to this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So as per now we are done with that one. Okay, that's cool.
Is that a table or what is that? It's our whole table.
Pardon?
Is that a table? Did we have such a table?
Called project progress.
No, budget table. Did we have such a table? Budget table.
Or maybe it was from
Yes,
It was a column.
It was a column.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be a table.
I'm using the
just
file
click the drop down, we see. What's
okay.
the drop down?
I think that one was supposed to be on the infrastructure cost.
No, it's not infrastructure. Infrastructure has units.
It's under project progress.
Or maybe the easiest way, I could use the file from Emmanuel, perhaps.
You could, Nehemiah, you could expand the infrastructure cost table to see what you have there. Yeah, actually, I think
Which has already shared the file, Nehemiah.
Yes?
Which has shared the file.
The file is shared.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me some seconds. I use that file. I'll have to pause. Let me it is in the WhatsApp group.
Nehemiah, I hope you are
So I think this is the file. Hello, are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, sure. So I think we can repeat again the process. So first of all, I think because we are deleting the columns, these things will be affected. Let me just do the same things to delete these things so that it may not confuse us.
So, Nehemiah, are we deleting everything and then so that we can start again?
The files, the visual. Yeah, I'm deleting this one. I think I'll just leave this national or whatever because it had the map. Maybe in case we want to use the map in future. Because I think
and delete the rest.
Yes, I'll delete the rest.
Okay.
Because we realized that we had to delete some columns and they depend on this visual depend on those stuff. So we have to at least make it clear.
I think just delete everything.
Sure.
Even the national.
Even national.
Yeah.
For the national, you can.
In case they tell us to use the to drag and to adjust that thing. Last time
what thing? The map.
Our today is not.
We have another map.
Yes.
We have another map.
Oh, a different one.
Yeah.
Why did you think to restart and abandon the other one that you had already deleted the columns?
Actually, it had some files that were missing, some were added. So we want to use the one that we were using previously from Emmanuel.
It's that one written integrated project 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Someone has shared in the group. So you can see this one, we don't have that file. I think this one is much clearer. So you'll instruct me what maybe to delete. I've already forgotten what I did last time. Maybe if you could tell me what to delete, which columns, Lauren.
So on the project progress, we're deleting the address.
Sorry, let's.
The address, the province.
The province. This computer is a bit slow. The province.
And the comments. Well pollution.
Pollution. Where is that thing?
We're deleting the date. Description. Pollutant CPM. And biological.
Oh, biological as well, okay.
Then on the location, we are deleting address. Then we are removing the Q composition table.
Q composition table, we are deleting. Delete from
Then
the
water source related crime.
delete from the model.
Then now we are saving it as public underscore dashboard.
Is it as save as? Yeah. It should be public underscore dashboard. I'm not good at spellings, so it is that way.
Yes.
Wonderful. It already exists, I think.
The previous one.
Let me delete the other one. Though I could have just replaced, but I could have just clicked yes. I had to go the long process. So this is wonderful. I think we are done. Anything? Basically, on that slide, perhaps. On that slide, are we done?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can continue here.
Okay. Next up, we have to update the data set. I sent you an Excel file with some of the new data. If you replace the Excel file you have, it will load the new data in our model. But remember, this might break our report from last time.
Sorry, where are you reading? Or oh, it is in this other one.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. Can go ahead, please.
Next up, we have to update the dataset. I sent you an Excel file with some of the new data. If you replace the Excel file you have, it will load the new data in our model. But remember, this might break our report from last time. So to avoid that, you can store the Excel file somewhere else and then edit the data source settings in the Power Query editor to link the new location. Here is the new data. Okay, make sure your model loads correctly and there are no errors. Look at project underscore progress. You will notice some new columns. Province is gone and now town has town names. But now Amina and Harare have the first letter of the province at the end. So we know which Harare we are talking about. And rural areas are also now appended with the name of the province. This is updated in the location too. Perhaps we can tackle the first bit of the slide.
The first bit. Next up, we have to update the data set. I sent you an Excel file with some new data. If you replace the Excel file you have, it will load the new data in our model. But remember, this might break our report from last time. To avoid that, we can store the Excel file somewhere and then edit the data source setting in the all that. So you can guide me how to do that. First of all, I think I have to download this thing. It should be at the downloads. Let me save it somewhere else. Let me just save it here. So what do they tell us? Can someone help us? Maybe. How do we update it?
Yeah, you can go to the report view and then yeah.
Report view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then you transform data.
Transform data. It is
Data source setting.
data source setting.
Now we change the source.
Change the source.
Upload now the new data you just said.
I'll browse the nini the.
Can you just repeat that again?
Okay. Let me cancel. By the way, will it break the files, because I always want to be in the same directory? Can I delete the prev? I think it might affect.
Yeah, you can, or you could even replace with the initial one. It doesn't make a lot of difference, but yeah, you can just save it when you edit.
Other than to complicate things, let it be the way it is. So someone said that I will repeat. So I think we were here initially. I think we were somewhere. We were at the tables, so that I think we were here initially. So he told me that I go to the report view. Then I went there, and then he told me to go to transform data. I clicked on it. Then this window popped in. Then he said that I use a data source setting, and then he told me that I click on change source. So we were here. Toka pamoja. Umeelewa nani? Ray, umeelewa? Umeelewa hiyo ama umeenda kwa translator? Have you understood that?
Jumanji, yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
And that's great. So I think I will change the file. So let me browse, and then to documents, MD what, I think this is the file. Then I'll open. And, okay. After that, I close. Anything maybe?
No.
Okay. Does it update? Is it updated?
Close and apply.
I forgot. Oh, okay. Oh, sure. Let me do that. Close and apply. I click on this one as well.
Yes.
So, I think.
No, just wait for it. It's loading.
Okay. I think it's done. To the tables. So I think. Yeah, I think it's done. By the way, this is toy could just be, in fact, instead of deleting those files, I think we could have just imported that file. Then it could head everything. But yeah. So we are done.
Yes, to confirm you don't have any errors, you can just click on that project progress table, and then and then we check whether everything is right.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
So you can say, I think that those columns are now deleted. They are not in this file.
Okay. Yeah. I think it is loaded. Okay. Yeah,
So
we
we
can
could
click.
have, yes.
Yeah, we can click on town, filter town, and then see what do you have there. You see, you have that column. You see the column written town. That top an arrow. You can just click on that and then.
This arrow.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So that's what they were talking about. Towns that actually have the initials of actually the provinces, like Harare K, that is Kilimani, Harare A, taxis, those kind of things. Yeah, I think it's correct what you've done.
What do you? I think haven't gotten you well.
Okay.
Yes.
Abdi, you can read that paragraph.
All right.
If you have your project open, so that Nehemiah can remain here, and then we counter check as you read.
I think that would be easy. So this paragraph says, okay, make sure your model loads correctly and that there are no errors, and look at project progress. You will notice some new columns. Provinces is gone, and now town has town names, but now Amina and Harare have the first letter of the province at the end, so we know which Harare we are talking about, and rural areas are also now appended with the name of the province. This is updated in the location tool.
Oh, so like you can see, we have Amina we have Amina in the Amina province, and then Amina for Harare province.
Yes, I think those initials are for the provinces. Yeah.
Oh, provinces. Okay.
Yeah.
Then these are the one Amina. Maybe this is Kilimani. And then all
Yeah.
that. Yeah. So I think this is clear.
Yep.
Is that slide complete?
Where they say the rural areas also now appended with the name of the province. Which one is that one?
The rural area.
The town column, you can see rural, province Akati, rural province Akati. If you scroll down, you will see that it's accompanied by the province. The town is accompanied by the province.
Okay, thank you.
So I think that slide is completed. That's
yes.
Oh, that's great. Here.
This update will break the budgeted _improvement cost column in the project progress table we calculated last time. Here is a DAX to fix it. Since rural areas now have a province name attached, we need to search for a string rather than having to match it exactly. Then there's a DAX there.
So we do this one first.
Yes.
Shit. I should have copied. So this one. So I'm updating where this DAX. I'm updating it where. But there I'm Malui. I don't know if people can hear what I'm saying, and also I'm not used to English. So I most of the time speak Swahili and Malui. So if you don't get my accent well, so you can just raise an issue there.
Nehemiah, your accent is fine. Please go on in English. I like your accent.
Okay, so where are we updating it?
The project progress.
Project progress.
On this column we had calculated before, the budgeted improvement cost.
This one.
Yeah.
So this a DAX formula for it, or this one. So sure.
So I think you replaced this one with the one that we've been given.
Is it in order? Is it find this? Is it how it should be displayed? Or maybe
just go to infrastructure. We see the name.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, I think no. Just
this one.
I think it's okay.
Yeah, replace that DAX, Nehemiah, because I think they are saying there's something about rural.
Rural.
Yeah.
To replace this file.
This rural area now have a province name attached. We need to search for a string rather than having to match it exactly. So I think we should replace that DAX with this one.
I think we've replaced with what was here. I just copied this code.
Yes, we've already replaced it.
Yeah, replaced it here. So I think the error has disappeared. Is it okay now?
Yeah, I think it's okay. You can also to verify that your rural adjusted cost has the same name as the one. You can expound that infrastructure and look at that column.
Which one?
Rural adjusted cost. Expound the infrastructure cost.
Infrastructure
cost.
To how do okay?
Just expound. Yeah, expound. Yeah.
It's not clickable. I don't know. But I have to commit changes before I do that, because is it my computer hanging, or I have not saved? Oh, I think it's my.
Yeah, expand.
I think we named it differently. Just check.
Yeah. You have cost. Just remove that. What do you call the hyphen and then an underscore and then give it a space. That rural adjusted cost.
Rural adjusted cost. So you say I do it.
Yeah, you see that the underscore between adjusted and cost, you remove that.
Oh, okay.
Space.
Like that.
Space. Give it space. It does look like that, I think. Yep, it's okay now.
Let me first of all understand. Oh yeah, sure, I can see.
Yeah.
So I commit changes.
Yep.
I'm not sure if it's working. Alright, it's done. Maybe we can try to.
Yeah, it has worked on the project progress.
Okay.
The values have changed.
Oh. So we are done there. Are we done? Okay, your calculated rural adjusted column in infrastructure may have different name than mine. So there are also new columns: date underscore started, recording the date and improvement started, date of completion showing the when the project was completed, and then our costs, the actual cost of the project in US dollars. This cost is the amount we paid to make the upgrade. It includes travel cost, materials, and labor. In an ideal world, this would match the budgeted improvement cost. A column we created to budget for the project, assigned vendor, an ID. By the way, guys, I'm not a good reader. Perhaps someone could maybe read for us here so that we may, understand this thing. Then I will go to the visual. Someone who's a good reader. The one who was reading. You can read this part from here.
Okay. There are also new columns. Date started recording the date. Sorry, there are also new columns. Date started, comma, recording the date and improvement started. And then there's also the date of completion, which shows when the project was completed. And then there's a cost, the actual cost of the project in US dollars. This cost is the amount you paid to make the upgrade. It includes travel cost, materials, and labor. In an ideal world, this would match the budgeted improvement cost column we created to budget for the project. And then there's a assigned vendor, which is an ID of the vendor that made the upgrade.
Maybe if we can just confirm that. It is in this table, right? Maybe which column is that, by the way? Table. New columns. And it started. Which table is that?
Project progress.
Yeah, project progress. Yeah, here it is. And sure, we can. Let's just confirm those. You can see this cost. That's what I caught. Also, assigned vendor. Was it there? Someone can list for us so that we can confirm if it's correct, if it's matching.
Do what?
Which tables were they saying that they added the new columns?
Let me take you guys back a bit.
Yes.
How did we get our budget improvement costs to change?
There's that that we were given. There's that code that was done.
The last.
Yeah, this DAX formula that we've been given. So we are supposed to change it on this project budget improvement cost in the location. Just open it. Budget
improvement, yeah.
Number 3, not that one. No, it was this one on the location. Yeah, that one. So for the first one was different from this one. So we were changing. We just changed the code on that the one that was there. So we just copied the one that we've been given there. If I'm not wrong.
So did you replace it?
So I've done the same, but I can't see the changes affected.
I think you have to click this thing. This commit thing.
Yes, I've done that too.
Check your column.
Sorry?
Is it bringing an error?
No, it's not bringing any error though.
And then also we changed this, we removed the underscore and then we created the space instead here. And then also this second quotation was here at the bottom when we just copy pasted, so it brought an error here. It brought an error. So we added here so that it may be in line. And then when we clicked on commit, then it made the changes.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. So I think that these things are fine now. And these are budget progress, the tables that they said. Cost is there, and then the new column they said is what? Date started and assigned vendor, improvement budget. Which kind of table were they? Started date, date of completion, and cost. Date of completion, started date, where is it? Date started, yeah. So there are these
started table has the date of completion.
Yeah. So I think it is in order now.
Assigned vendor. And the assigned vendor is where?
the vendor, let's confirm that. Assigned vendor, an ID of the vendor that made the upgrade. So that table, I think, is here, assigned vendor. Here it is. Is it okay?
Where?
Assigned vendor.
Your screen is constant.
You can't see, am I sharing my entire screen? Let me stop sharing and reshare. Perhaps I'm not sharing the entire screen. I think I'm sharing my entire screen. Are you able to see the screen now?
Yes.
So I'm saying this assigned vendor.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Okay. So this slide, I think we are done. So we can read here.
Make sure that all the data types are correct and the dates are set. Excuse me a minute, guys. Somebody else can read this background noise.
Okay, I can read. Make sure that all of the data types are correct. The dates are set to dates in this format: year, month, and day. If the dates filters we are going to make don't work, check this step again. Finally, check the relationships and directionalities. What should be the water source to project progress relationship be? This may have changed when we import data, so make sure these are correct and what we expect. So next up, vendor IDs are a little impersonal. So if you import the Excel file again, you will see a table called vendors. We won't use it, but here you can see who the heroes are on the ground, improving the lives of our people. Choose vendors only and import it into the data model. Make sure it imports correctly, and you will see information like the company name, who owns it, and what they do. So we have groundwater extraction team, drill wells, then water distribution system installation teams, install taps, water purification system installation teams, install the UV and RO well filters. Then civil infrastructure assessment teams are working on the broken infrastructure.
Okay, thank you so much. Let's go paragraph by paragraph. The first one say make sure that all the data types are correct and that the dates are set to dates in this format: a year, month, and a day. If the date filters we are going to make don't work, check this step again. So let's confirm that. Confirm the data type. So it is in this table, right? Project progress. Is it?
Yes, you can click on date of you can start with the date of completion. I think as the next empty. Yeah. You can click on that small arrow to check how the date format is already.
At which row?
That row you are at right now. You can click on that small arrow filter
this
and then see. Yes, and then you can see that drop down. You can see the dates format of the date is you see like the month, day, and year. So we need to change that. So you can click on data type, then choose top left. You can just cancel this. This was just to check how the format of your date here. And click on there. You can change from data type to date to only date.
To date.
Yeah. And then format now. And the format?
Format how? Okay, let me give it some second perhaps. So date of completion, and then,
yeah, and then you choose the format. Top there, you can see there's a format.
formatting
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
So what do I do?
You can choose near down there. Yeah.
Year, month. Which one is that?
You
Year,
see
month.
2001, yeah, that. Then you go to budgeted. The rest now, for the dates, you will follow the same steps. And what else are we supposed to do?
Budget, but this one is fine, right?
So yeah, that's
this
like
one.
date of completion. Now you go to date started, and the cost. Those are the other changes we need to make, I think.
Okay, date. And then I'll switch it to year, month, day. What else are we changing? Cost.
Yes.
So cost we are changing from.
Yeah, that's you can use decimal number, because I think. Yeah.
So format here we are doing what? Currency.
Yes.
Anything else here?
You can just, the rest you can confirm. What's supposed to be text, it should remain text, and the rest you can just confirm. I think those are the only ones you are supposed to change.
I think we are done with that paragraph. And then final check the relationship and the directionalities. By the if the date filters you're going to make, don't change on the step again. So final check the relationships and the directionalities. What should the what underscore project to project progress relationship be? This may have changed when we import data. So make sure these are correct and what we expect. So maybe we check the relationship there. So we use this as a model view, right? To check. Am I correct?
Yes.
And I guess I want you to be swift in responding so that I think we may go quickly. So they said which table and table, which tables to check the relationship. And they said
water source and project progress.
Water source and project progress. So it is 1-to-1 and it is bi-directional, right? So is this it is correct? Is it okay? Maybe any idea there, or maybe someone to explain that paragraph? Anyone? So what are we expecting, by the way? So this may have final check the relationship and the directionalities. So what should the water underscore source to project progress relationship be? So this may have changed when we import the data. So make sure these are correct and are what we expect. So what are we expecting? What are we expecting the relationship there between water source and the project progress. And I guess by the way, for me, I have not read any content there. I had a lot on my table. The table had a lot of a lot of me, so I didn't go through the content there. So I'm not in a good position. So if you could help, I think it will be much better. I don't have any.
Nehemiah,
Yes.
I'm seeing
Yes.
in the previous, I've just checked the previous project that we did,
Yes.
and the relationship was 1-to-1 bi-directional. So I don't know if that confirms that that is okay.
Oh, I think I just wanted to. So if that was the case, then it means that's what we expect, because at
Yeah,
this point.
exactly. It hasn't changed.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
So what about if we check on the specific tables and see maybe if there's any like any adjustments or any additional data that when we imported this other one, because maybe like when we imported this one there was still that 1-to-1, so I don't know.
Oh, sure, we can do that.
Can we just check the individual tables?
So it was water source. Let me do this. Water source. So these are the columns here. And then was it project progress? Are you done with this one?
Yeah.
Project progress. So basically the adjustment here, they added this start date, cost, assigned vendor, then a date of completion. So I think these are the columns they added. And some columns were deleted.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay. So this is fine. Now the next paragraph. Next up, vendor IDs are little impersonal. So if you import the Excel file again, you'll see a table called vendors. We won't use it, but here, where was I? But here you can see those. You can see who the heroes are on the ground, improving the lives of our people. Someone maybe to explain to us this paragraph.
Basically, they're saying that we need to include the vendors table so that at least we can see the names of those vendors. So you can see in the progress in the project progress table, we have the vendors ID only. So we are not sure of the names of the people who have done these improvements. So we need that table to at least get the information about the vendor IDs.
So we are going to create a new table.
No, we are going to import.
Or to import. You can help me on that maybe.
Go to the get data.
Get data. Oh, it is in the file.
No, get data is there below insert. Go back. Oh yeah, okay, it's okay. Get data.
The other way, maybe I could as well know that.
Yeah.
Which was the other way, maybe to get data.
Just below insert, get data.
Or insert, then.
Home. Then below, yeah, that one.
Then Excel workbook.
Yes.
So I think at the original.
Yeah, it's what table? The table that you just downloaded.
This table. So I think this is the table that we imported.
Yeah, so we are just trying to get the vendors table only.
Oh.
Then you click on vendors only.
Vendors. Oh, okay, sure. You can see.
Yeah. Then maybe transform data because we're seeing. Okay, it's okay.
Sorry, discard. Let me discard.
No, it's okay. You can just do it. Let it load.
Okay.
Okay, so while it's loading, I just wanted to ask a quick question. When we want to delete a table and we go to the table view and we right click on the table, it says delete from model. Does that mean we are deleting the table?
Yes, it means you're deleting from the model you have in the data pane.
But the instruction was to delete the table. So does that serve as deleting the entire table or is just deleting it from the model?
You can
just deleted it from the model.
From the model, yes. You can also check it from the query and Power Query, and then see whether you have that table still. Yeah, but once you have deleted from the model, it's also deleted from your work. Yeah.
Where was that query again? Is it transform data?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And then vendors. So we should set this one to be like the column names.
Yeah, use first row as headers.
Thank you. Anything else here? Lauren, what was that thing that I wanted? And I quickly click on that.
Close and apply. It's okay.
Okay. So we are done with that part. Let's next up, vendor IDs are a little impersonal. So if we import the Excel file again, you'll see the table called vendors. We won't use it, but here you can see the heroes on the ground improving the lives of our people. So I think here we are done. We've imported that table from that Excel file. Choose vendors only. Choose vendors only and import it into the data model. Make sure it imports the correctly. You'll see information like company's name, who owns it, and what they do. So I think it is should be clear. Should be the vendors table, owner of the company, then company type and all that. So this is clear, right? This slide.
Yeah.
Someone to read.
Let's check the data in project progress. For each project, we know if it's complete or still in the backlog. And once it's complete, we can see which team worked on it and when the team started working on the project, when they completed it, and how much we paid them for the improvements. We have all the other data we had before, so we are going to make some amazing things. Let's think through the stories a bit before we make the dashboard. We have two requests from Aziza. The dashboard has to make the work we are doing visible to the public and help decision makers monitor the progress of the project.
Okay, thank you so much. So let's begin with this first one. So we are checking the project's progress. For each project, we know if it's completed or what project progress. Let's just check. Date started is data of completion. Then also we have the date started is there. So we can know. We now know if it's and then once it's complete, we can see which team worked on the. So this is just some explanation, or maybe maybe anything to add on here. I think this is just explanation, nothing on the Power BI, or maybe someone has a comment on this one. Can we go to the next thing?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
So as a member of the public, I want to see, one, how the project is going. Very simply, which source has been completed. 2, how much money has been spent so far. 3, where was the money spent. 4, what the money was spent on. 5, details about everything in my town. As a decision maker, I want to see how far is the project, how much money has been spent so far, where was the money spent, what the money was spent on, will we have enough money to complete the project, where can we cut costs. I want to see data at the national, provincial, and town level.
So these are just what she needs here, or maybe is there anything maybe to explain there?
So will we have visualization for the public and a visualization for the decision maker?
I also think so. We need to think about this one. I think we'll need to have a visualization for the public and also for decision makers. I also think so. Maybe they'll instruct us in the subsequent slides.
Okay. Slide number 9. Their stories are quite similar, so we can build one dashboard for both purposes and create detailed drill throughs for more specific content when we need it. So let's create a basic layout of our dashboard, then divide into what we need to calculate.
I don't see things here. Maybe we can just go to the. Oh, okay. There's something here. Let's create a basic layout of our. Then dive into. I think there's nothing to do here. Slide 9.
Yes. Slide 10. This is how I laid out mine. So it has most important statistics, that is percentage of basic access to water. It has the number of citizens live improved. It has the cost over time versus budget. It has the project progress percentage of completion and then number of sources to go. It has the cost breakdown per province. It has the cost breakdown per source and the top vendors.
Okay. So I think this was the reason I was saying that we shouldn't delete that map. You can see it will be a blunder to begin adjusting this thing. So I think we have to recreate something like this.
Yeah, I think you can start by creating a shell.
A shell?
Yeah, these boxes.
It's called
where we are supposed to put those.
Oh, okay. That's something that I've just learned. Thank you. So let me delete these other things. So I think that this is saved as one file. Don't know if I'll. When I try to move it. Okay.
Nehemiah,
Yes, yes.
there's another map.
You can just
Don't worry about this one.
It's a new thing. It's a new map.
There's a new map.
Kai.
So you can delete this one. Don't worry.
Okay.
It took us Nehemiah is worried.
Actually, I think it was. But I see something similar. Oh, by there it is. Are you sure it's not the same?
There's another map. Scroll down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when we read this, there's another place we download. It's down there.
Yeah, there's a JSON map. Yeah, that one.
Oh, so we should read this part and then go through this Nini. Also, we don't need to create this juncture, to create this thing here.
What if we create, we don't create the map, but we create that outer, it's called what? That skeleton thing. And then now not create the map and then continue.
Yes.
Yeah, you can create the layout.
Oh, sure. So, by the way, I was doing this project, I forgot, but I think there is 1 hour. Can we finish this thing in 1 hour time? Can we finish in an hour time?
Do 8 slides now. We are almost done. We are just doing 10 slides for today.
Oh, I think it will be great. So let's just create that boxes. Was it which one were you using last time? Text box or
text box. Yeah, you can use that.
Is it text box or maybe to create the shapes? The shape, I'm looking for shapes.
We were using rectangles.
Why is it?
Rectangles.
Is it in the insert? Shapes. And then, okay, rectangle. So the first one was something, let me see. So we have the main rectangle that goes to somewhere there. With the background, no, it doesn't go to the bottom. Then the background was what? How do you change the background? Style. So color was something darker color. Which kind of a color was that? Black, was it black?
Gray.
Gray.
Yes.
Is it
the first color. The background is blue.
Dark blue. Let me
Yeah.
Yeah, dark blue by then. And then so I'll create also another shape on top, the overlay. I think there are two. The background is white.
No, for that I think they use the text box.
The text box.
Yes.
Okay. Let me begin with these triangles. Let me begin with the smart triangle. It's called what? A rectangle. Yeah. So this one, it goes to the bottom. Does it go to the bottom till the bottom? Are you there? Yeah, it goes to the bottom. Yeah. And then again the rectangle thing, shapes, rectangle, then it goes to somewhere here. Is it? on side yake.
There's a small white space on the bottom and on the top.
Oh, on the bottom and also.
Yeah, there's a small white space.
And what about the sides?
That is too much. About a bit there, and then also on the bottom you need to leave a small white space.
There's a purpose for a white space. There's a purpose for that.
There, and then also on the sides, a small white space.
Just a quick reminder, can someone try to remind us the purpose of the white space in your visual?
And then the one on the upper left, reduce it on the upper side, because there is a place for the logo. That's too much. Again.
Though I saw, let me just, because I have these two things, I think I can adjust this one at the bottom to be a bit small, then we increase this one.
Nehemiah, so just put a text box.
The text box here.
Make a text box. If you put the text box, it will just turn white.
Actually, I'm not doing that now. I wanted to begin with the backgrounds. But I've reached that. I've just reached that.
I think for now you can leave it like that.
Okay.
And then I'll put the others.
For map, do we need the background?
No, we don't.
So we can begin now the text box thing. Hey, how do you move this thing? How are you moving? Or
the 3 dots.
Sorry.
Those 3.
Oh, sure. But therefore, me, every time I present, I usually learn a lot. I think I'll be presenting all the time so that I may learn these things. So that is should be a bit smaller because I will have another one.
Just make a copy of the.
Oh, by the way, I should have just duplicated the other. How do you duplicate? Control C, Control V.
Control C.
So and the other one disappeared. Last time I was somewhere, I see like.
Click on another background and let's see if it will come out.
Yeah, you can drag it here like that. And for you to have a proportional layout of these boxes, you can maybe make a small rectangle and then use that to actually have a proportion for all the layouts. That would hopefully be helpful to you, I think. A very small rectangle, then use that to actually have this layout for this text boxes here. So you can just go to the shapes.
Shapes.
Make a rectangle. Then make it as tiny as possible.
Tiny?
Tiny, yeah.
Oh, to make it like a line.
More tiny. No, a rectangle. Still a rectangle. Yeah. So just diminish from the top and also the sides. It becomes a very small tiny box. That will help you in making your rectangles and all this layout to be proportionate. So what I'm saying is like make it as small as possible, a small rectangle, a small Kadogo to Evo. Yeah. Just pull it from the top and also from the sides, also from the top here. Yeah, also from the sides here. Ndogo kabisa.
Really?
Ndogo kabisa. Smaller. Again from the top as well. From the top as well. Yeah. small, but small, yeah, like juu kidogo. Okay, juu kidogo. Look, juu kidogo. Yeah, and then no, that's still big. That's still big. Yeah, yeah, like that. Now you can use that to actually use it. So you can just drag it. You see where you have your white space, where you have your text between your first layer, first layer, and also the white. You just drag it there so that you have a proportion, and also put in between the first text boxes. Yeah.
But I think it's quite big. Let me reduce.
Yeah, it's big. Yeah. Also, your text box could be that could also be kidogo kidogo.
Hivyo?
Yeah, juu.
Text box
Yeah.
pia nipunguze.
You can.
Ukania, please, can we just try to speak in English?
Okay.
Some of those people that don't understand our Swahili, let's help them. So,
all right.
Oh, what you were saying? What you were saying that I tried to use this white space to adjust this thing, this rectangle, so that the
your screen is not showing. Your screen is not showing.
I don't know why it keeps that, because I thought I'm sharing the entire screen.
We're seeing the screen.
Let me try to reshare. Maybe you pinned someone in the screen. When you pin someone else, it won't display the screen. So you can see now, right? Are you able to see now the screen?
Please. Yes, please.
Yeah, so the next step, must this thing be accurate this way?
Not really. Actually, just move it to the right.
To the right, okay.
To the right, yeah.
Right is this way.
Yeah, I mean it should be a square. Make it like a square, so it is small, tiny. You can use it make it like a square. You can right here.
Like that.
Like that. You see that portion? You can use that proportion for the rest of actually the layout. So yeah, that size. Now you can take it, you can drag it up and insert in between the white the text boxes, and you have that kind of space between these two. Yeah, just take it up here, in between them. Yeah, top there. So yeah, actually you can yeah, that top one, yeah, can make it smaller, and also raise it in between. No. They're not finished. I want them, in between. You would want them to have the same, that kind of space, So you can just take that on top. Yeah, I think that makes sense now. And then you can take it to the top as well. Top. Yeah, make the dark blue one bigger, and then I think you should make the dark blue one bigger, so the two white, the two text boxes are of the same size.
I do what?
You see, you have how many shapes? You have the first shape, the one that is in dark blue. You can just make it a bit longer. Then you also extend the white blue, the text box. That is okay. Dark blue, no.
The dark blue thing, this one.
Yeah, from the top. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, top.
I adjust it to the top.
Yeah.
Now
small. Just take it small.
To make it small, this way.
Top. Make it a bigger, yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Abdi.
Yep.
Had you already done this layout to just share it with my man? So
I think that would be 100%. I share the layout or I share the layout. Okay.
Whatever you have done.
Don't share because I want to open my one. Or maybe you share with me on email.
Okay. The easier way for you to understand, maybe let me just share my screen and then you see.
Yeah, sure.
That would be easier.
Yeah, sure. Maybe you just do that. And by the way, can you just present, please?
Okay.
Just present to make this thing easier.
Yeah. So what I was talking about, I don't know if it's visible for me, and it is. Is it visible? Maybe someone could
Yes,
respond.
it looks very
Are you
beautiful.
able to see my screen? No. So this is what I was talking about. This small box, use this to make these proportions. Like you just maybe use it initially. You just take it to the. Also, my kind of has a lot of background applications, right? So it's also slow. So yeah, let me just.
That's so beautiful. You can just continue kindly.
We should be presenting them.
Yes.
Actually, this is my first session. I've joined you guys, so hopefully it's gonna be just in the next couple of weeks. Yeah. So yeah, you see this small bar. I'm using this to actually have the proportion. So initially the first layout. Do I need to restart the layouts, or we can continue with this?
I think let's just continue with that one.
Restart. All right. If we can continue, then so then Nehemiah, you already made the first layout, that one. So these are two text boxes as well. So using this small rectangle will help us to have a very proportionate layout. So you just put the first one here, and then next one you just make sure that it's in between the lines there and the top. So that means you'll have a very proportionate layout. So you use the same one to actually make your layout here as well. So here it will also have the bottom. This distance between here will be it's the same as this distance as well.
Let me ask, are you a graphic designer?
Yep. And then also so no, I'm not. Actually, this is ahead. It's actually, I think, for you to have. I'm not a graphic. I'm an engineer. I'm not a graphic.
Okay.
Yeah, so and then also once we have this layout, then the next is actually inserting the map. For the maps, let me just for the maps. So we start we start with the image we have, then the JSON map. So if from what you're saying, Nehemiah, you're saying you guys struggled last time having to insert this map on top of the image. Alternative way you can easily do is when you are on top of this map, you can actually where is it? So you can you want to see map setting. There's a way you can actually make this map to be transparent. Once it is transparent, you're able to actually do it instead of having to drag on and off all the time. So the normal way is when you have the map and you have the image, we format and then we make the image we send the image background. Once we have that, then you can change the transparency of the map. I'm trying to look for that setting where we were doing the background to be more transparent. Yeah. So you see the visual from this general pane from the here we have the visualizer formatting the visual. So we just make your map more transparent to 100, then it will easily fit in your image. Yeah, I mean, I thought that would be helpful and save time, and rather than moving the map around the image. Does it make sense, or do I need to repeat?
Abdikadir, can you kindly repeat on the map setting?
On the map setting. All right, let's do it. That would be easier.
Where did you get the map?
The map.
Or did you just can you just delete the map and we bring it in, and let's refix it. Please, can you just breathe in and out before you speak? Just breathe in and out so that the pace can come down a bit.
Okay. Thank you for that. So, all right, let's actually go to that point where we need to install we need to actually update for the map. All right, let's see. Okay, maybe someone could read what we're supposed to do in our next step. From here, we're supposed to import the maps, right? So initially you can start with a map. Okay, shape maps. And as well, so be patient with me a bit. Right. Yep. So this is the map. So let's actually choose a town. Then we customize this, isn't it? That's what we are doing. All right. We customize our map and then load it. Right. Maybe someone could read what we were supposed to be having in the saturation. Was it a water source?
That is slide 11. Ahmad.
Let me see. Sorry. Let me check which slide. Yeah.
Because we haven't read slide 11.
It should be somewhere here, right? Yeah. So I've already uploaded the maps. I think we're supposed to have. Yeah, you can just read this slide. That would be easier. We'll come back to this. I think this is just explanation of how our layout should be looking like. Yeah, this is where the work is. So you can just read this slide.
To make the new and improved map, you're going to need this shape map JSON file down below. The town column in project progress is a column we use in the location well. If you dragged source status into the color saturation well, you should see it light up. This now just shows us how many water sources there are in each location, not the actual status or how many are complete. So we need to create a measure to make this visually effective. We need the same data for the project progress percentage metric too. So let's make a measure for it. The problem is that the measure we create this time needs to interact with the location and date filters properly. The calculations are simple, but the filters are going to complicate things. To calculate the project progress percentage, we need to calculate the number of complete projects divided by all the projects. At a national level, it includes all the projects in Majindogo, but for GIN, it will be the number of projects completed in GIN divided by the number of projects in GIN in total. So we need the measure to always take into account the town filter.
Okay, that's so. Let's actually finish up with the maps, and then we'll continue that. So I think it says we take a type of water source to be in the saturation column. So it should display something. Okay. Location town supposed to have not it is supposed to have location from where town from location. Is it source type or type of water? I think it should be source type, right? If I'm right, it's supposed to have here source status. It should be source status, not this. Right, so we take source status to our saturation. So okay, we know what I'm doing. Right here in the location, we're supposed to have the town, not town name. We're supposed to have the town itself. I think if I'm correct. Okay, why is it not displaying what it should be displaying now? It should be having the town, and it should be having the water source, right? The town column in the project process, in the project progress, is the column we use in the location well. I'm not sure if that setting is grammatically correct, but it should be from the progress town. Okay.
Right. You use town from the project progress.
Yes, I did. From the
Abdikadir, let me ask you.
Yes.
For this to achieve these colors, have you like implemented the gradient or something, or yours is automatic?
It's automatic. No, I'm not doing any of that. It was automatic. Mine, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so I am not so sure why it's not actually giving me what it gave me initially. It's supposed this map should not for us to identify these towns. We are supposed to.
Did you supposed to download another picture that you're supposed to bring behind it? Something like that.
We will come. There's no problem. First of all, we want to.
Can you check what kind of map you uploaded?
Okay. Did
you upload the new map? Because this looks like the older map. Because the new map, it has some weird shapes inside.
Yeah, it does. But the issue is both of the maps are quite. Data has changed, but the maps are more like the same. So let's actually do it. Let's do it as you can, as you are also like look at it. Yeah, so let's say this is the visual.
So sorry. I know we are trying to get the map.
Sorry,
but as that. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yep, you can.
Okay, so I know you click shape map. Can you just be mentioning what you are clicking? Some people cannot match up with your pace. So, by mentioning what you are clicking, will help. You understand?
All right. Fine. Thank you so much. I'll do that. I'll be very considerate in that. So, what we're trying to figure out is like we are doing this step by step. So right now, I'll click on the shape map. So it displays this. Now we need to customize this, isn't it? So when this format, when you click on here, then we should have we need to choose the location, whether it's town or provinces. So for now, let me just choose province. I'll explain this later. Let me choose province so that I have something like this. When I have a shape map, the province are defined. Now we can customize this. This is the same way we did for other projects. For when we have now a shape map filled in, then we can this actually format this pane. The format pane becomes active, and then we go to map setting. Then from here we customize the map, and then we choose. We add map type. So this is what I have. I have visualization. So here it says the name of the map is MD full map JSON, isn't it? Yeah. So for me, it just says the same name. I don't know with the same name, MD provinces.json. But MD, this is the name of the map. So if I click on that, automatically. Yep, I got it. Thank you. Was it? I don't remember your name, but yeah, you've rectified. So this is the right map. It is loaded. Yeah. Now we can. Are we on the same page?
Yes.
Yes, we're on the same page.
Nini are you using?
Sorry?
Province name. You're using province name instead of town.
I'll remove province name, no problem. There's no issue on that. Now I can use the town from project progress into my location. Now it makes sense, exactly. Yeah, so now the towns are actually defined, and from here we can continue uploading the image. Up here, we okay? Yeah, so now with our saturation, we have source status. Yeah. Right.
Nemo, you may need to mute.
The background noise.
Nemo, you may need to mute. Thank you.
The presenter, Nemo.
No, it's not me. It's not me actually.
Oh, yeah.
It's someone else.
You can try to mute if you're not speaking kindly, so that for those who will be watching, they won't have a distraction at the back.
Please go back on what you did to make the map change color.
Abdi,
Yeah.
I have a question. Like, did you guys get the link to the map or a document to the map? Because I'm getting an older version of the map, and yours is kind of different.
Yeah.
Do you like have the document?
So in this slide,
Okay.
you can just
Which slide is that?
slide down 12.
12. Okay. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. So
In the color saturation, you are using source. You are using what? Source status.
Yeah, source data. Yeah. Yeah. So we were at this point. There was someone who asked actually how the color changed. So we just used source status in our color saturation bar here. So we just drag and drop this source saturation, and then it fills the map automatically. So up to this point, is it okay?
Thank you, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but I think something is wrong with the one that I'm watching with, because the color is not changing.
And initially, before you actually inserted this count source into the color saturation icon column, sorry, or whatever this is, have you uploaded the right map? Maybe that will have been the reason, because I was also doing the same, and the maps I was uploading was the wrong one, so it wasn't.
Yeah, I uploaded the one that have been provided in the slides.
Okay, does it look like something like this? This blue or any color? Then does it look like this?
No, it's not blue. It's gray.
It's gray.
Yeah.
Are the towns defined?
Nope.
Yeah, you need to actually check this. From the project progress table, you check town, and towns.
So I'm using towns
from the project progress into your location.
Yeah, I'm using project progress town. Yeah.
Then the towns will be defined. Yeah, from now we can just take the source status from the project progress into our color saturation here. Yeah, you can confirm you're okay, then we proceed from there.
Okay, let me try to upload it again.
All right. Yeah, as you actually upload, we can proceed the rest and proceed with inserting the image. So the image, I think everybody has. It doesn't change. It's in the map. So once we have this, so the image will be on top of the maps. Yeah, something like this. And then we can go to format and send this image backward. So once we have this, still if you click in any side of any other area, you will see this is it. But now what we need to do is, this is completely like, just don't mind whatever is writing here, because I think these are the next steps. But now we click on the maps, and we go to visuals and try to see if we can actually transparency, increase the transparency. Yep. So once we increase the transparency, you can see the lines. Now we're just making sure everything fits like that.
Abdi,
Sorry?
kindly repeat.
All right.
You've already inserted. That is where I am. I want to see how you did it. You went ahead of it very fast. You've already inserted the MD map.
Yep.
Kindly proceed from there. Kindly repeat from there how you are able to fit it on this.
Okay, so
Yeah,
no problem.
you.
So we are at this point. Let me just redo it. We are at this map. So let me just bring it forward. Yeah. So you see, these maps will be like somewhere here when you actually upload it. So you just take it on top of this image will be on top of the maps. So you just put it somewhere on top of the maps. This image. Then we make sure this image is actually behind or the background of the maps. How do we do that? By format. Then we send this image. Make sure you select this image, and then it's now when you send it, when you click it on send background, it is completely lost. So if you click here, you'll see you'll have this. This will be downloads on top, and the image is actually the background of these two frames. So once you're at that point, you can just click on this, which is now the maps, and then here in your formatting pane, you click on general and then effects, and then here you have background and you have the transparency. So you just make sure that this is very transparent, up to 100, somewhere like that. So once you have it's very transparent, easy for you to actually just move it around and make sure it fits where it's supposed to fit here.
Okay, thank you so much. You do not know how much I hated doing this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was a lot of work. Yeah. First days, I remember I also had the same issues. Yeah. Okay, great. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, so that's it. So then after that, I would love to take both of these to be up there. I mean, that would make really sense as far as layout is concerned. So let's take this one. This one is so big.
Abdi,
yeah.
Is there a way you can make it to be one image so that when you're moving, all of them together?
I'm sure. Sorry, there's a lot of music, background noise. I'm sure you can.
Sorry, Abdi. Yes, that is possible. You can group it. You can group the two images. Yes.
Okay. By actually clicking here, right? I thought I saw something grouping. How do I do the grouping? So you can just lead on that.
Go to view.
View.
Is it on view? No, is it format? Go to format, just switch to format again.
Okay.
Yeah, it should be there. So you are supposed to click the two images. So you use control and then
Control.
Yeah, make sure that the two images are like you've selected the two images.
Selected. Yeah. Like that.
Click on the three dots after you've.
Yeah, there. It's active. Now you can group them.
I don't see grouping here.
Just click on the group on the upper side of the line.
Yep.
And then group. Yeah. So like that, you can now move them together.
Okay. Yeah, thank you so much. I mean, that makes a lot of sense here. Has it grouped? Because I'm seeing I'm doing the same thing I was doing initially. It seems like it has not grouped.
I think you have to set it first of all to be in line, then before you group it.
Yeah.
You set it to be in line first, then you group.
Okay. All right. Let me just take this. I think it's good because if I move one, both are moving.
Yeah, it's grouped. One is a shadow of the other. So, but you can also still do the adjustment of individual like maps to just fit them together.
I get you very well. Yeah, thank you so much. It makes a lot of sense.
Mine is not selecting for both of them. So should I?
Nemo, use control. Use control.
You press control and select it.
And try and touch the edges of both of the map or any part of the two maps. It will go.
Yeah. Is it fit? Is it okay? No, it's not. This is a hassle doing this way. Okay.
But you are a pro in that one. You don't even need to group. You can just do it quickly.
It's all right. Yeah.
If it's taking time, you can ungroup it. When you finish, you can just drag like a selection box over both of them, then now group it. You can ungroup it if it makes it easier so that you can see the transparency of what you want to do easier.
Yeah, instead of just going back, I think you can just finish with the struggle because you've already started it almost. Yeah.
I think the map can still be a little bigger. You have plenty space down there.
Yeah. The map or the image?
Both. You have plenty white space in between the map and the exact one. So let it be bigger like that.
I think it should even be this way. Okay, so let's just bring it down a bit. And up a bit. Right. No, I'm afraid I need to ungroup it. It's becoming kind of tedious. Okay. Right, I think that's fine. Right?
Yeah, it's very fine, very perfect.
Yeah, it's fine now. So yeah, we can go to the next slides. So this layout is fine. I think proportion in terms of proportion, because even the maps, the ending on the edges, which we had the edge of this layout, this box. So if you continue reading the slide.
Yeah, but I think you have a final thing to do on the lower rectangle. That's the layout, the background. There's still need for the shape. If you look at the image of the exactly.
Yes, thank you for that. Yeah, we're supposed to have text here.
Exactly.
Okay, so Nehemiah, I'm having the same thing issue. My Power BI is as low as also. I think a bit of yours kind of it's taking some time to load. Yeah.
I think you are on the right track because even Lesedi's Power BI was a bit slow.
Yeah, but we have deleted some of these columns to make it a bit faster, isn't it? Yeah. Next, and then that's fine. think this should also be a bit longer. Here, someone can correct me if I'm actually not doing so okay, because I can't see the slides. Yeah. Wait.
The text box. While the
this
one to the left is it is more of a square.
More of a square, okay. Like that. And this is a bit longer. Yeah, I think we can check top. Yeah, that's fine. And then that's also fine. Is it okay?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Wait, so this wedge you put between this rectangle, you use it to define the space, right?
Yeah, you can even use a square. Yeah, you can use a square, you can use a wedge. Yeah.
So you just drag it up. Like, is there like an auto function that doesn't make it move away from that straight line when you're dragging up, or it wiggles around? Because I'm not on my system, so I can't tell.
Sorry, I'm not so sure if I'm following you. Kindly, could you repeat what you're saying?
Okay, this wedge or box you use so that you mentioned you're an engineer, so I guess that is there a function that makes it just go on a straight line, for you to determine the space between, or it moves around? You just guide it through. Maybe using the edge of one of the rectangles.
This small box, for instance, this layout, the distances between these text boxes is not predefined. So it means that you can choose one, for example, dimensions. If it is like, let's say, 0.5 by 0.5 by 0.5, or maybe even 0.5 by 0.5, that's a square. If you're using that specific, then you use it for all other, just to maintain consistency of your layout. So there's no predefined function or anything that gives you the dimensions of this small wedge or box. So I just make sure that it's small enough, and then I use that space to actually make sure it's actually that small box or wedge. It helped me to make sure that all other text boxes have the same dimensions, as well as also the distances between the edges, and also these text boxes are consistent for consistency purposes. If there's any other way of making this to be more convenient for you, I'm not so sure. But this one also.
You talk too fast. Please.
I talk too fast.
Yes.
All right. So I meant like that. Okay. So for this.
I think what Ray is asking is, how do you move it about? And
how do you move it?
He just used the mouse to move it about, and I think once you put it there,
you see these three dots? They'll help you move this one. Yeah, that's how I moved the three dots. I'm not so. I hope that answers your question. Moving around every text box or every layout, use it. Just anywhere near these three dots can also move. Even below it will move. Yeah, see, like that.
Where the blue box? You got it from where?
I created. Let's make one.
Okay.
We can even make one right now. I've done what I did, so I don't know what's happened. Yeah, that's fine. So like if you want to create a small box, maybe you can use shapes, and then the same way we created these boxes in shades or shapes. And then you choose either for example, the wedge you're talking about, you can choose it here for giving you more measurements, and then also you can choose this or any. Once you choose, it gives you a big one, and then you can just make sure that it's small enough to give you a small box that you will use for the rest of other layouts. Yeah, for example, like that. So yeah, once you have it, then you can use that 3 dots to move it. So even if I was working with this now, I'll make sure that it fits here. The first lane, it fits to the edge of this, and then I will go from there. Yeah. So that's how I actually created this. Yeah, so this is a big one. I don't want to use that kind of big space. In your case, you can use, even this space makes sense. You can even use this kind of space, but you make sure that it's consistent with all your other layers. That's the main reason why we're using these boxes. So that once you have one dimension, initially, when you're actually using a proportions, for instance, if I am using this space, I might not exactly know the length and the width of this box. Same as goes to this. So if I get like this too, I'm not so sure if the consistency of these 3 other boxes will remain. So that's why this one helps you to actually define the dimensions of these text boxes. Just for layout purposes, not so something so technically. I mean, a lot of it doesn't need more concentration. It's just for layout purposes. I mean, yeah. Hope it's clear.
I have a question. How do you so by placing the blue square at the edge, it automatically aligns the other text boxes?
You will see these red lines that will actually guide you. It doesn't automatically does. You are the one who will actually adjust these text boxes. But once, for instance, like this, if I take this this blue box and then I insert it here, you will see this. You see these red lines. It's actually telling me its proportion. Like these lines that are running parallel to the top, and then there's this one actually perpendicular running from the top. So from the bottom. Sorry. Yeah. So you can see it's helping me to see it's very proportional. So let's say for instance, this text box was around. Let me just make this text box to be a bit smaller. Yeah. So I don't care if, as long as I have this my box defined. Like for instance, if it's of that size, I make sure that this top one comes down until it is on top of that. That means now this distance, we have already the dimensions for this distance, for instance. Then I just move this to the top, and then I bring it here. Then if this was also like that small, I just bring it down until it is on top of that. And then again, I take this one up to there. Then I'll probably have this thing, like for instance, let's say this one to be, it's like something like that. So if it's like that and I have it up, so I'll just bring this down until it sits on top of the blue line where I have that line. Then it means now everything is still, this is not okay, so I'll just bring it a bit down. Yeah, sit on top of it. You can see that red line now. Yep. No. Yeah. No.
So for those who are still wondering, the blue box just functions as a ruler to help you pick the other spaces. I think we spend a lot of time on this blue box. Please, can we move on?
Yeah, I think this is it's not a biggest of something. So it's something just like anyone can actually do it. So it's not something that is kind of.
Thank you so
much. Please. Ochi, are you trying to say something or your mic came on by accident?
Yes. But just finish up.
Please go on.
Okay, my question is, thank you. My question is, from the map, I have a problem with this map. Because the map they're provided in the slides.
Okay.
If I try to open it, it's not opening up. Can somebody just tell me how they did it, and so that I can see what I can do, or maybe I don't have something to open that JSON file, because I'm only seeing this one, but the one they're provided is totally different from whatever we have here. It has some partitions inside that I will not understood well. So
yeah, these partitions, right? Yeah, the partitions it has inside, that is actually the towns, right? So when you actually load these small partitions are the towns. When you load
Okay, my problem is
that map, it shows a gray, which means that we don't have.
Okay, I just wanted to tell you, like, if I downloaded it, it doesn't come to my. It's not there in my folder as a JSON picture.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Ochi, this is what you should do.
Yes.
The map has just been shared in the group now.
Okay.
You know, just download it, copy it, you know, put it in a folder, call it JSON map so that you will not lose where you kept it. Then now copy that folder into the file you are working with.
Okay.
Then, yes, once you do that, you can now click insert, you know, when you've added the shape map, you know, click insert to bring the map in. Then you shouldn't have much of a problem anymore.
Okay, let me try that one out. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
So guys, can we
So this is actually where we should be stopping for today, so that the next, yes, we would like to continue from here tomorrow. However, we still might want to ask one or two questions. No, don't stop presenting, don't stop. You know, for those of us maybe having challenges, you know, from the beginning, I think, yes, from the beginning, I want to ask one or two questions. I think we can use this opportunity, you know, to quickly ask questions. For instance, I'm sure we didn't have problem in deleting columns, but maybe we just want to know how did we delete tables when the question said we should delete table, where did we go to delete tables for those of us having. So if you can just show us where to go to delete the table, so that just show us, don't actually delete the table, just show, you know, where you went. Let's say you want to delete work location table, for instance.
Yeah.
You know,
So there
just whatever around it.
Yeah. Okay, no problem. I'll start from there. So if there's any other questions, like as far as where we are right now, I'm happy to address those kind of concerns. So if we look back, we'll start with, okay.
Maybe on this one, you tackled something very, very important. You know, something consistent is a very, very paramount, very important aspect on design. And I just want to appreciate you for taking us through that part, because you know, understanding how to do that, it is very, very important. You said something not it's something trivial, but it is very, very paramount, very important on the graphic. So just wanted to maybe to add an effort, or maybe some, you know, weight on that one. So that is a very, very important thing that you taught us today on that one.
No.
Yes.
Yep, that's great. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's why we're here. We're learning every day. Like every day we are here. Like, and that's what's learning is about. So the moment you learn something new, it's actually that's how I've been feeling since the start of today. Also, the same way as you were explaining all those concepts. Yeah, I can start talking about the point where we were removing and or deleting these kind of tables. So there are two ways you can do. One, it's open. Then you can automatically like click on infrastructure. It will take you to infrastructure, and then you can click on budget. For example, budget improvement. If I want to delete, I can easily delete from this column here. Okay, right click, and then I can delete it from here. So that is one way of doing it. And the other way, which I normally use, and I find it quite simple, is instead of having to open the tables, I can just, for example, if it's project progress, and I want to delete any table from any column within this table, I can just write here 3 dots, and then I delete it from the model. So once you delete it from the model, it means it's already gone. It's not in your data file. So yeah, that is how I normally do it, and I find it more quite effective and faster than rather than having to look for the column itself. Also, although the way Nehemiah was doing was also great, because you click on this, what do you call, like you can move around and actually see the table you're deleting. Yeah, so that also makes like a way of putting it. So I'm not doing any kind of something else. You can just right click here, and then from here you can delete it. You can do that, but
no, that's column. That's column. Sorry, that's column.
I'm talking about columns. Yeah, it's the same.
We're talking about table.
Table. Still, you can do the same. You can right click on this table itself. You delete it from the model. It's gone like that. It's the same thing.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Talking about consistency, the same principle for that wedge can also be applied in determining the size of the boxes. I was looking at the boxes and I observed that, if we are assuming all the boxes on the right-hand side are the same size, they are not, So the same principle we used for creating the wedge is the same principle we can use, since there's no measuring device, right? We could just create a similar thing, maybe a singular size of rectangle, put the wedge under and use that same rectangle to replicate, the text box size rather, to replicate the same, so that we have equal size text box along the rectangle. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think that just came over my head while I was looking at it. And, especially because Nehemiah pointed out the consistency in design and all that. So
to put finishing touches to this, it's a great work already, and we have learned a lot already. But just to make it equal, it needs a little space at the top. Then the Majindogo name could be a little bigger, and with also a little space at the top. I think with that,
yes. Yeah, that is true that this part, because you're correct. So if I want to also make sure that this space is also consistent, I can just use my box. Okay. Yeah. Right.
Okay. Out of context question. For those that did not go directly from this saved file, that wanted to work directly from the data, from the initial Excel file, they gave us, where they had to go back to start creating relationships between the location, look ID, and the location from that table, right? Please, let's remember we are finished for the session today. This is just like 3 questions. We are just
feel free. There's anything you want to contribute? Yeah,
exactly. So from that Excel, when we import that data, once we import the data, we fix the column headers, right? And how do we fix, what's the thing that fixes the last, because if you check the model, you see that when we fix the basic things, everything goes into the model except one table. That table that has a lot of zeros and one. What do we do in order to fix that? And is there any other thing we need to do? Maybe that must have skipped our mind. For those of us that want to start from the scratch, instead of coming from the safe file.
Okay, I'm not sure if I follow you very well, Nehemiah. Take off.
Before you proceed, can you save this thing, because there was a lot of accuracy here. Before we interfere with anything, just save it, and then you can send it somewhere, and then you can do other things, so that we may not interfere with other things. It is very, very perfect. If you can save it somewhere, and then
Yeah,
now you can take us.
I'll share. I'll actually, yeah,
Sure. Okay, thank you.
I'll share this. I'll share this.
Thank you.
So while he's saving and trying to share it, Nehemiah, you can go on, and I thought you wanted to answer the question.
Actually, maybe if you can repeat the question, but I wasn't to answer the question. I just wanted to tell him to save, because for example, if he might try to delete a table somewhere, it might affect other things. So I just wanted to tell him to save, but you can ask your question. Perhaps I can try to answer. I can't remember the question.
Ray, answer again.
Okay, the question was, to make this our process easy, we started from an already saved work we had done for the maybe MCQ2, right? So that we just deleted those things. I said, assuming we are starting afresh from the Excel file that was provided initially, right? So first of all, what we are required to do was to fix the header. We did that. Okay. The next thing was to create a relationship between the location ID, the location table, and one other table that has loc ID, which we did. Then, if you check the model view, you will notice that when you load the data initially, two tables did not have relationship with the entire model. So when you fix that first one, doing the location ID, fixing the setting, one table goes into the model. It now remains one table. And that table that remains is the one that has, plenty zeros and things. What did we do to fix that, that error, to push it back into the model? Because I think once we do that, then that table will be, those tables will be good enough to start this work without having any saved file, if I'm correct. So I'm just assuming we are starting with that Excel file to this stage without using something we have saved before.
Okay, I think in that case, once you update you import now those new files, then, for example, if you want to check on the relationship, I think someone maybe in the first walkthrough, someone told us how to create the relationship between two files, and perhaps to check on which one is a primary key and a foreign key, try to link them up. I'm not sure exactly how to do that, but it's just a matter of changing the relationship, and then things will work out.
Yes, we did that, but there's a particular table that has a lot of zeros, and I've forgotten exactly what we did, to bring that.
Maybe.
Ray, I think the best way to explain your question, to answer your question, would be when we have something like to work with. Like when we can't remember everything. Personally, I can't remember everything off of my head how we did it. But if we have, for example, those data sets, then we can actually try to see how those relationships can actually be, the cardinality can be changed, and let them. Yeah. For now, I can't remember off of my head like what we did back then. But the best way to answer your question would be when we have a set of data to work with, and then maybe see how that works. I can't remember off of my head the way we did it previously.
So, because what I was thinking is that if we can clean the data in less than 5 minutes, rather than using the saved file, that will give us.
Sorry? Are you there, Ray?
So, yes. What I was saying basically was that if we can, use the Excel file within less than 5 minutes, that will give us like stronger memory muscle, by using a safe file.
Okay.
By using, what we have done, right, to strengthen our brain muscles, things like that. Yeah. Okay. Because it takes about like 4 minutes, 5 minutes to do that cleanup we did the last time. So if you're able to do it directly without going through the same file, and to give us the same results, it would be nice to even try that out. That's what I'm saying.
All right. So let me try to import the same thing data you're talking about on top of this, and then later we can get rid of them. Yeah. So which data was that? The MD initially? The MD water services? I think, okay, I have two of them here.
I think it's MD water
so
service.
This is the one you're talking about.
Data
one. The latest.
No, we are not using the latest, we are using the first one.
The first one, this is the first.
Yes, the first one to do it.
Okay, let me ask, is it possible in this Power BI to create a new Power BI file? Is it possible to create a new file?
It's possible. It's going to be slow though. Yes, it's going to be slow. Yeah, I can cancel and then try to create a new Power BI. That would be I think the most ideal, so that we don't have to lose this work.
Yes. Because our Ray's idea was to do it like from scratch, so that when you have a new file, it makes
Exactly. So it would be good to create in a new one. That's why thank God we've saved this one already, so that it's in a fresh plane. Yeah.
Let's put a new one. Do we have everyone? We're just a few of us.
I can see we have
Hopefully,
31.
we have everyone else. Do we? That one. I think this session right now, this one is like more like contributing to what everyone did previously. So like everyone's contribution is welcome. So if there's anything you feel like we need to cover or anything that's unclear, I think we should all of us put our heads together. Yeah.
Let's be careful when we are putting our heads together so that we don't break our heads.
Yes, not the one actually fighting, right? Not walking heads. The way wolves do, yeah. We don't want to walk heads, yeah.
Yeah, so in other words, it's a discussion, so everyone's contribution is very much welcomed. Let's not make it like it's kind of a lecture. You leave it for only some few people. So let everyone participate.
So, Nema, the question is, we create this last project, like we start from scratch, or what's the question?
Yeah, so I think
yes, we are trying to start from scratch.
Or now importing the this Excel that we've been provided to like from scratch, right?
The initial Excel we were provided before they gave us this second one to update, one of the tables from. So we are doing it like we are working with the initial Excel. Then we will now try and once we finish cleaning that one, then we'll just add this updated table from this new one to it. So it's like we're not working from the same file. We're actually starting here as if we got the data now, we're working on it. Then we got the update from, I don't know who the president that sent that mail. We got the update from that and we are now doing it. So that's just what we're doing.
Okay, noted.
Okay, and Ray, if I get you very clearly, the reason why we are uploading this Excel file is just to demonstrate a scenario of relationship, the way what actually previously was done, isn't it? And if the intention is to work from this MD Water Services initial one to get to the point where where we are at right now, the renew MD services data, we will have to do all the aggregated measurements and also all the reports we initially did. So I don't think that's what
No, we are not doing all that one. No, we are not doing all that one. We won't be doing all those DAX on it. No, we'll just do this one. Basically, ensure everything is in relationship. We can always go and do the DAX on our own.
Hello, Nehemiah.
Yes.
Was this meeting being recorded?
Yeah, I think I'm sure I recorded. Let me confirm this one.
I think you should stop so that
Okay, let me stop.